let's get this thing started. Let's get this underway. All right. Hello, everyone. How are we doing on this lovely Saturday evening? Make sure that everything is set up properly. Come on. Aha! Okay. Thankfully, we don't have to take as much time to set everything up this evening. Oh, excuse me. I was going to do my makeup, but I got on a call with my dad that lasted longer than I thought it would, so I did not have time for that. So, sorry I can't look pretty today. I was busy talking to my family. Gotta have priorities sometimes. Anyway, let's do the outfit check so we can get this show on the road. I think I've worn this dress on stream before. This is the spinny one. Gotta do a twirl to get the full effect. Oh, big fan of this. I'm pretty sure I've worn that on stream before, but like, here, let me get the game on screen. Come on, cooperate with me. But it's comfy, and it's fun to spin around in. It's nice. I like it a lot. Okay. I think I need to adjust my settings. Oh, that's why it's not. Ha! There it is. Okay. Cool, I had a setting wrong, but we're good to go. Right? I forgot I have it set up this way. All right. Okay, today, is it comfy and easy to wear? God damn it. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's been a while since I've played this game. I apologize for that. I caught yet another case of too many projects disease. As I often do, it's one of my biggest weaknesses. So I took a week off, and then I had a week of doing Fallout New Vegas, which was a lot of fun. You know, fulfilling the transient rite of passage as it is. Oh, game's too loud? Here, let me turn this shit down a bit. Let me get it. Ugh, excuse me. Used to having my settings, I have my settings normally for when I have, like, people on Discord, but since I don't have anyone on Discord today, I have to set them back to how I usually have them. Okay, that should be a lot better. But then I did Fallout New Vegas, which was a lot of fun. I'll probably be doing another New Vegas stream at some point in the near future. But today, we're getting back to what I left off on last time, which was the Elite Four in Pokemon FireRed. So, last time I left off, I got my ass kicked by Lorelei, so I was like, alright, I have to approach this with a new strategy. First things first, I got everyone to level 50, so no one should be under-leveled for this fight. Second thing, let me make sure I did this. Yes, I put Calm Mind on Kasumi instead of Sing, because, like, if I'm being honest, like, Sing is so inaccurate that, like, it's not really worth using in most situations, and also, like, I don't have any legendaries left to catch. So, like, what am I honestly gonna need Sing for? So yeah, Kasumi can't sing. I guess she gets moved to guitar now. But, now she has Calm Mind, which, against Lorelei, I mean, okay, I'm normally one of those people in Pokemon games where it's like, why would I use a move that changes my stats when I could just, like, kill them? Like, the only stat that matters is, like, the enemy's HP and my HP, right? right? But one of the few exceptions to this is Calm Mind, because if you put yourself in the correct situation, there are a few fights that can be very, very difficult under normal circumstances that you can absolutely cheese by spamming Calm Mind on a special attacker. Yes, Canary Guild, the only stat change we care about is changing the enemy's HP to 0. Now again, this sounds ridiculous, but in a very small number of circumstances, this is a really good strategy. So like now, Kasumi takes basically no damage from their attacks, whereas she should be able to one-shot all of them, because like, the reason I wanted to use Kasumi is because of the moveset diversity. Like, I wanted a Pokemon that could do, like, a couple of different things for my team. And, like, I needed, like, an electric move and a psychic move. And since there aren't any, like, electric-psychic types, I was like, well, what's something that can use both? And Clefairy you get pretty early on. You can evolve it right away, so it's, like, strong in the early game. And you can teach it, like, a huge range of TM moves, so it's super versatile. Safeguard wore off. Okay, that doesn't really matter. But the one downside to Clefairy is that even though its stats are, like, good, none of them are, like, amazing. So in situations like this fight, where you just really need something that can one-shot someone, having Clefairy as, like, your electric-type attacker can be kind of annoying. But Calm Mind gets around that completely. Completely negates it, which is super nice. Okay. Now, this is a problem because even though... Oh, no, that's the one thing I really didn't want to have happen. No! Okay. Oh, thank God the hail is over. All right, so... I think I have a... Yes. Full restore. Because that's the one thing that Lorelei can do against me, is Body Slam. Because, even though my special defense is absurdly high, my physical defense is not. And so I can still take some damage from that. But every other Pokemon she has, like, exclusively uses special attacks. I didn't have the... Motherfucker. Mediocre Artist 666 Lapras's soy facing? Excuse you, I think you mean pogging. Do not paralyze me. Come on. Thank you. Beautiful. All right, Jinx. This is the only thing I don't want to use Kasumi for, because this is actually a Hagu fight. Forgot that they had spikes up. All right, I don't think it can kill me. I think we want Shadow Ball against this. Oh, Lovely Kiss. Okay. You know what? I'll just roll. I'll see how we do. Yeah, because Ice Punch shouldn't do much of anything. Yeah, that does it. Not very good at all. Okay. Oh, I didn't... So, I'm gonna come clean real quick. I did this fight off-screen once. Oh. Wait, that should do it. I did this fight off-screen once just to make sure I had my team at the right level and then reset so I could do it on stream. So I didn't realize, like, ah, shit, like, I'm the opposite gender. So yeah, if Jinx uses Attract on me, that could be a legitimate problem. Thankfully, I rolled high on that. So we're good. We are Gucci. I'm going to need, where are my hyper potions? Do I have them up here? Yes, I put them at the top. So we're gonna heal up the fairy. Do I have something else I can use? Because Flareon doesn't need, like, a full... Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I'm actually gonna save here, because I don't... If I fuck up on Bruno for some reason, I don't want to fight Lorelei again. That's the last thing I need today. Good. No, I didn't want to talk to you. Okay. Let's just move on. Okay, if I recall correctly, Bruno starts with an Onyx, so I want to put Arisa out front. I think that's what I want to do. Here's hoping I remember this correctly. It has been quite a while since I last did, like, a full playthrough of this game, so... We'll grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! I always thought, you know how as, like, a little kid, you have, like, small expressions that you think are, like, really, really funny, even though they absolutely aren't? For when I was a little kid, the two that I got, like, I thought were stupid funny, even though they were, like, complete nonsense, was, inner tube. I thought the phrase inner tube was, like, inherently very funny. And the other one was, Bruno saying, hoo-ha, when you, go to fight him. No idea why, but, those just struck me as very funny for some reason. Okay, good, good. Alright, get another Machamp. I think I can take him. I think. We're gonna find out. We are going to fuck around and possibly find out. Bulk up, okay. I think I should be good. Oh, he used a berry. Okay, well... this is... Okay, this is like a 50-50. Let's just do it. God! Motherfucker. This is gonna kill me, isn't it? Yeah, alright. Well, this is a problem. Let's throw in... Okay, because here's the thing. If I know the AI's programming correctly, he's gonna use a Hyper Potion. So what I can do is use Thunder Wave, and then even if Psychic doesn't one-shot this thing, whatever I throw in next will be able to take care of it. I will say Bruno is, like, the Elite Four member that I'm the least prepared for, because if you really want to... Oh my god, that did nothing. That did nothing. If you really want to take on Bruno, you need a Psychic type that, like, actually has a high special attack. And I just don't have that, unfortunately. Yeah, that was never gonna work. Okay, hopefully he does not use another Hyper Potion. Oh god, I might actually lose here. That would suck, man. That would really suck. Let's just use a Flamethrower, see how that goes. Beautiful, beautiful, okay. Alright, so he's going to his second Onyx. God, this is such a ridiculous team, like 2 Onyxes on a fighting type gym leader, or Elite Four member, whatever. Get what I mean. So many fan artists seem to want to make Pokemon gender mechanics even more ridiculous than they already are. Yeah, that's like a funny thing in, like, the world of Pokemon fan art, is people who do, like, gender variants where, like, the gap between the genders is huge. It's funny because, like, in actual Pokemon, like, that's really not... Like, there are gender differences with the Pokemon, but they're all really minor. So it's, like, funny to think... It's, like, funny that people are so intent on, like, exaggerating the differences and making them more, like, You know that meme about how, like, people who design animals in, cartoons always make them, like, really ridiculously proportioned, where, like, either, like, the male character looks normal and the female character has to have, like, giant titties, or, like, you know what they do? They give the female character, like, an hourglass figure, even if it's, like, an animal, which is really funny to me. Like, or they'll either do that, or they'll have, like, what is it? They'll have, like, the male character be, like, really, like, buff and muscular, and then the female character is, has, like, the hourglass figure. You get what I'm saying. It's like anyone who does cartoons is like, okay, you have to know that this animal is the girl animal. It's like, that's like critical information. Pink animal with eyelashes. Exactly. That is exactly what I am talking about. It's always the pink animal with eyelashes. Alright, please do enough to kill this thing. Because I fucked up and didn't have... Oh, come on. Well, that worked out. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Again, this is the battle that I was the least well prepared for, so I'm kind of glad that that went okay. Unfortunately, this is, again, the downside of using, the team that I settled on. I probably should have just used a Mr. Mime in retrospect, because you can give Thunderbolt to a Mr. Mime. I think I had some, like, type advantage reason for doing it this way. C'est la vie, c'est la guerre. Can't win them all, as they say. Now, thankfully, this next one, I am actually well prepared for. At least in theory. We'll see how well this works in practice. Cartoon animals, Stitch and Stitch's girlfriend energy. I always forget about Stitch's girlfriend. I did watch... What's funny is I watched the Lilo and Stitch cartoon as a kid, like the TV show. Oh, excuse me, but... I don't remember that much about it. I think I was always, like, half paying attention. I thought it was, like, a fun... Because if I recall correctly, the format of that one was that, there was, like... There was, like, a whole bunch of experiments that they let loose, and they have to go around collecting them, so it had, like, this fun Monster of the Week vibe to it. I remember really liking that aspect of it. Alright, Hagu, let's see what you got. Oh no, we're doing double team? This is the last thing we need. Come on. Please do what I want you to do. I'm gonna become the Joker. Okay, alright, I'm actually fine with this so long as I can hit the second Shadow Ball. So long as I can hit the second Shadow Ball. Okay, Toxic, that's fine. That's fine. Agatha is weird because she's, like, the Ghost-type gym leader, but she's really, like, all her Pokemon are Poison-type. So it's like she should have, or gym leader, Elite Four member. So, like, she really should have just been the Poison-type Elite Four member, but then Koga's already a poison-type gym leader. So, it would have been redundant. What the oh, come on! Come on! I dropped your special def! Oh my god, please. Please give me a break here. Oh, that was so lucky. Holy shit. Alright. Oh, man. I guess Hagumi needed to be just a little bit stronger for that Gengar. Okay, thankfully I get a break here with Golbat, so we're gonna go over to... Yes, I want Kasumi for that. Okay. Alright, that could have gone worse. Lucked out quite a bit at the end there. Air Cutter shouldn't deal too much. Yeah, okay, that was a crit. That's fine. If that's the most it can do, I'm safe. This will probably deal like half, maybe? Yeah, okay. I think I can survive one more hit from it. That is less likely. Don't know if I can survive this. Woo! Okay. Got a little more good luck in me. RN Jesus is with me thus far. Oh, Arbok can throw in something that's actually good here. So let's go with Tai. Let's see. Oh. I don't know how much the Intimidate... I think I can get, like... I can get it to at least half. That'll be fine. Okay, good. Confuse RNG is more dangerous than any attack. Exactly. Exactly how I feel. Alright, good, 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 good. Haunter. Yeah. We can send in... We can send, Oh, no, 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 no. I was doing this wrong, wasn't I? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, Hypnosis. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is fine. I'm a dumbass. The whole reason I'm so stupid. The reason that I put Psychic on a Clefable was because I wanted, it was for this fight. Because I wanted a normal type that knew a Psychic type move for the ghosts. That's, I'm a fucking dumbass. This is what I get for taking like a 2-week break from this game, is that I just forget everything I know about it. But yeah, that's why I have Psychic on a Clefable, is because I wanted to be immune to Shadow Ball for this fight. Okay. Alright, well that may or may not work. Let's see. Because you're gonna lose a big chunk of your health. So depending on how much this does, that may or may not be a good thing. Nice. But I'm probably gonna have to swap out Kasumi because she's about to start taking curse damage. So let's go over to Hagu and see if I can get any hits in with my own Shadow Ball. Hagu may just have to sacrifice herself for the cause here. Oh, Sludge Bomb. That's not good. Surprisingly, not that much damage, though. Actually, no, I know why. Because Sludge Bomb is, physical in this game. Clefable cost me from Bang Dream side of the hair ears. Yeah. Yeah, all of them are from Bang Dream. Shadow Ball? Okay. Okay. let's see, because, okay, if she didn't heal then, she won't heal at all, which means I should be able to get a clean psychic. That's fine. That's fine. That's not actually a problem. Because I can just Pokey Flute again. Because I'm pretty sure the way that Agatha's AI is set up is that if she gets you to sleep, she's always going to try to Dream Eater you. So if you just wake yourself up as soon as you get put to sleep, you get a free turn to just wake up. I say getting Sludge Bombed. Okay. Let's Hyper Potion. And see... Okay. I can probably take, like, 2 more of those. So... Come on! Come on! Hypnosis is not... Hypnosis is, like, 70% accurate. It's, like, 70%. You know what? Because then how many times? Okay, I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to keep doing this until she misses on Hypnosis. Hypnosis is only 70% accurate, so it's going to have to happen. Ha! 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 Fuck you. Yes! Yes! Ah, get wrecked. NTJ, the whole team is not Popipa, but they're all Bandori themed. I have someone from, I think, all the bands, or at least the initial 5, I want to say. You win, okay. Because I have 2 from Popipa, I have Afterglow. No, I have 3 from Popipa. No, I have 4 Popipas, and then 1 Afterglow, and then 1 Roselia. So, okay. I didn't do it very evenly, unfortunately. But I was sort of making those up as I went along. I didn't really have a plan. If I was, like, being really smart about it, I would have, like, done one with every, I would have given one band... Every band, 1 girl. So, like, I would have done, like, 1 from Popipa, 1 from Pasupade, 1 from Afterglow, 1 from Roselia, 1 from Haro Happy, and 1 from Morphonica. If I was being, like, really anal about it, that would probably be the way to do it. Pretty sure in this gen... Yeah, oh, you're right, Velvet. In, They changed Hypnosis to 70% accurate in... Oh, God, was it, I think it was in Gen 4 they made Hypnosis more accurate. I think you're right about that. It was only 60% accurate in this game. That sounds about right. It's 95% accurate. It's 95% accurate for the NPCs, it's 50% for you, basically. Basically. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, Hagumi is Haro Happy. So I have 1 from everyone except Pasupare, which is funny because I really like Pasupare. I like Pastel Palettes a lot. That's actually, they're like, I think my favorite band to, like, listen to. I have to, like, get more into, like... I should, like, read more of the events, because I hate reading text in gacha games. I hate reading text in gacha games, so I'm always, like... I have to, like, force myself to get into the story for Bandori. I do like some of the characters, but I just haven't been paying, like, a ton of attention to it. God. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Because I knew that was coming. So I'm just gonna charge up so that I can one-shot him next time. Yeah, get my spec attack up. And it's only Dragon Rage. This is the attack that does 40 damage every time. Yes, it is. Dragon Rage is 40 damage every time. So it's really, really good in the early game, useless in the late game. Okay, cool. Man, I just realized I am going to struggle. Oh, how convenient. How convenient you send in the only other thing that this is good against. That could be bad. And it was. Thankfully, I don't think I need Kasumi for anything else, so let's just hope this works out. Tomoe is going to be pulling a lot of weight this fight, and I hope she can do it. I think I may have fucked up. I don't think I'm ready for this fight. So the good news is Tomoe can take hits like a motherfucker, so I won't have to worry about that. I think I can take a Dragonair. Okay, if you're gonna use Safeguard, that's fine. The thing is, one of these things might have Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt could be an actual problem. Oh, Okay, you do not have the stats to do a good Hyper Beam. Yeah, no. Oh, nice. Check the HP total. Alright. So far, so good. I think I can take the second Dragonair. Let's go with Ice Beam. Alright, exactly 40 damage. So I can heal that off very easily. Oh, crit! Beautiful. Okay, against Dragonite, since I'm at such low health, we're gonna throw in Tae. Tae is going to be our sacrificial lamb for the evening. So what I'm going to do is let's get a Hyper Potion on Tomoe. Now, hopefully Tomoe's defenses are strong enough that it can take a hit from Dragonite. We'll see. It's questionable. Let's do a Rock Slide. See if we can get a flinch on this motherfucker. Okay, not a bad amount of damage. No, no such luck. Alright. Okay, now. Back to my girl. Alright. Can I take an Outrage? We are about to find out. Come on! Yes! Okay. With just enough HP to spare. Got him! There it is. All right. That could have gone a lot worse. Oh, right. I have to fight Gary. Okay, yeah. All right. So, now, before I go through that door, okay. Yeah, that didn't go too bad. I had to sacrifice Tae, but other than that, pretty good fight as far as Lance goes. Might be thinking gold and silver. Yes, I think in gold and silver, Lance has, in gold and silver, Lance, I think, has 3 Dragonites. I think his Dragonairs have all been evolved. to give it more of a challenge. And yes, one of them has Thunder and one of them has Fire Blast. It's something like that. Okay. Give some more potions out. All right, let's save the game. Gary might be a challenge, honestly. I'm lucky I haven't had to reset yet because some of these fights have been rough. I've been, like, struggling my way through them. Gary, I don't know if I'm gonna beat this guy. I might have to do this one a few times over. This is gonna be janky. All right, here we go. All right, leading with Pidgeotto, as always. Let's hit him with a Thunderbolt straight out the gate. Thankfully, I'm pretty bulky, so that doesn't do a whole lot. How much will this do? All right, about a third. 3 Dragonites, 1 Fire Blast, 1 Thunderbolt, 1 Blizzard. Yeah, that sounds correct. Crit! Praise the Lord. RN Jesus came through for me today. Alright, who's up next? Alakazam. We're gonna throw it over to Hagu for that. Because Alakazam has absolutely nothing in the way of physical defense. So if I can take 1 hit... okay. That did not do nearly as much as I thought it would, if I'm gonna be honest. Alright, alright. So far, so good. Rhydon. Okay, that's an easy one. We can just go to Orisa for that. Orisa or Lapras would work fine, but... yeah, because yeah, Rhydon's slow as shit. I probably could have used Lapras for that, but whatever. Orisa... I like Orisa. I gotta get some usage out of my Venusaur. Okay. No issues thus far. Charizard. Okay, Charizard may be a problem. Let's throw in Tomoe and see how much she can do. See how much we can get out of a Surf. LOL! That's what you get for using Fire Blast instead of Flamethrower, you scrub. You always take accuracy. Always take accuracy over damage. See? See? I'm pretty sure. Ha! Ha! Oh, is this a citrus berry? Okay. This is what you get. This is what you get when you fuck a stranger in the ass. You get 3 misses in a row with your only good attack. Let this be a lesson to you, children. Let this be a lesson to you, friends. Never go for damage over accuracy, because that is what you will get. Okay. So, against this thing... there's a couple things I could have done on this one, but... we'll just see how a Drill Peck goes. Half health, alright. Egg Bomb. Ha! Oh my god. Alright, I'm getting ridiculously lucky this fight. This is comical. This is comical. Oh, and then Gyarados is his last... oh. Well, Kasumi's about to die. So... I'll just send in Tomoe. Tank a few hits. And then maybe I'll switch... If Tomoe can't get this done, I'll just switch over to... I'll heal up and switch over to Kasumi. For now, let's see how much I can do with this. Oh, I could use... Well, if it's only going to use Thrash, then yeah, I might just use Tai. The problem is Tai is weak to water, so if it has Hydro Pump, then I'm screwed. Yeah. Okay. Because Thrash is a normal type move. So Kasumi can absolutely take one Thrash, and I think I've done just enough damage to it that I can take it out with a Thunderbolt. Maybe it'll even hurt itself in confusion. Can't get that lucky. No, I've had more than enough luck here. That's it! That's it, people! We did it! Oh, man, that was a good run. I didn't have to restart on any of those fuckers. It required a lot of very good RNG on that Gary fight, but, you know what? What is winning a close Pokemon battle, if not just a lot of RNG? Like, that's kind of that's a key part of the game, you know? Oh, man. Alright. Time to get put in the Hall of Fame. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. I thought it was lava. League champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. You've worked hard to become the new League champion. Congratulations, Minnie. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Oh, yeah. Pokemon, the one professional sport in which you get put in the Hall of Fame before you retire. Every, like, actual Hall of Fame in, like, American sports requires that you, like, you have to, like, retire and then be retired for a certain number of years, and then they put you in the Hall of Fame. Which, makes sense, because usually you don't want to jump the gun, but I don't know. I guess there just aren't that many Pokemon champions. I like the theory that, in, like, the Pokemon universe, like, okay, so here's an interesting thing. You ever notice how, like, no one in the Pokemon universe, or very few people, it's basically just your rival, usually, tries to construct, like, a balanced team? Because, like, when you go out and fight trainers in the wild, right, pretty much everyone you run into only has, like, 2 or 3 Pokemon, and they're usually, like, the same type, or they, like, don't go well together, or, like, they're really bad. The gym leaders all use only one type. There isn't, like, a lot of synergy there in most cases. Oh, God, I've been talking to people. I've been on calls all day, so by the time I got to the stream, my voice is already kind of tired, unfortunately. That's why I'm not even trying to practice my voice training right now. But, oh man, what was I saying? But, the theory goes that, in the Pokemon universe, like, in the lore of the game, your character is, like, a tryhard, in the sense that, like, it's not normal to take Pokemon battling super seriously. Like, most people are just sort of doing it for fun, and, like, just picking the Pokemon that they think are cute or whatever, because, like, they don't know about the stats or anything. Like, they don't want to be champion. Like, the people you run into are just, like, randos who are just, like, looking for something to do on a Thursday afternoon or whatever. So it's like, you're actually weird for caring as much as you do and, like, trying to construct a good team. I always thought that was, like, really interesting, where it's like, that's why no one else in the game has, like, a really good, well-balanced team except your rival, because that's, like, the one other person who actually really wants to, like, be the very best, like no one ever was. Something along those lines. I think it's cool. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Also, I like the theory that training a varied team of 6 is really hard, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's like more... It's like you're putting more effort into your team than, like, the average person. Maybe that's why, like, children are the only ones who, like, spend all their time on Pokemon, because, like, a lot of people have, like, actual jobs. Like, they don't... Like, can you imagine, like, being a working adult with a job and, like, in real life trying to be, like, a Pokemon trainer? That'd be a huge pain in the ass. I would not have the patience. Like, I barely have the patience to work a full-time job and do YouTube. Like, I can't imagine, like, in real life raising, 6 dogs with elemental powers. No, thank you. Putting in an honest effort when he managed to fill it some more. Oh, right. I think the national dex is at 60. Yes, okay. The FRLG national dex is 60 Pokemon, so I need to, like, catch... I need to go catch 5 Pokemon real quick. So, let me think of what the easiest way to do that would be. Let me fly back to Fuchsia City. See if there's anything I can, like, quickly level up. Yeah, Bill's PC. Let's go move Pokemon. See what we got. Okay, so... I don't think... I think I've already done all, like, the easy evolutions. Wait, do I already have a Vileplume? I don't think so. Okay. So I can get a Vileplume very easily. So that's, like, the easy part of this. And then... I think there's, like, a couple Pokemon in the Safari Zone that I still don't have. Actually, you know what? I don't have a lot of... I could try going to Victory Road. Could I go to Victory Road? I think there's a bunch of Pokemon in Victory Road that I don't have. Damn it. Wait. Why am I stupid? Wait. Why am I fucking up? Hold on. Please excuse me while I'm having a severe brain fart. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, first thing I want to do. Actually, wait. How many balls do I have? I think I used up, like, all of my Pokeballs on Moltres. Oh, I still have 25 left? That's pretty good. In that case, let's go to Victory Road. Because I think I can... okay. This is tricky. What moves do you have? You have Thunder Wave. Okay. Let's see if I can catch some Pokemon in Victory Road. I don't know how this is gonna work. This might end poorly, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I might just make a fool of myself here. But I need to get up to 60 Pokemon, and this is, I think, the easiest way I could do that. Okay. Yes, okay, because I don't have an Onix yet. So let's just hit this with a Psychic. And hope that doesn't deal... Yes, okay. Perfect. And now... we hope that Onix's catch rate is high enough that we'll be okay. Beautiful. All right. We do not want to nickname the Onix. Perfect. So that's one down. And then there are a few other Pokemon who I think I can get around here that I don't have yet. I already have a Zubat. But there should be a couple more. Don't know how long this will take. Since we're going to be grinding, I might as well just start talking about other stuff. Exciting news, everyone. For those of you who are, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm thinking of an adjective for, like watching something closely. Oh, wait, there it is. Closely watching my, transition progress. I'm now 3 months HRT, and they've doubled my dosage. So I'm now up to 4 estradiol, 200 Spyro, which is very exciting. Those, yeah, anyone who's, like, really invested in my transition progress, that's what I'm trying to say. So, my liver is intact. The Spyro hasn't fucked it up yet. Oh god, that's gonna... Okay, we're good. We're good. Ha! Cute Charm actually did something for once. So yeah, hopefully, that'll speed up some of these processes. Like, mainly I just want boobs. That's most of what I'm hoping for here. Boobs. Since they're on my mind right now. Wait, is your liver okay? Yeah. No, the only reason I mentioned that is that, like, okay, the one thing with Spyro is that, like, the reason people don't like Spyro, if I recall correctly, is that, it can cause liver problems. It's not a guarantee, though. It doesn't, like, always fuck up your liver, but it can. Like, I think if you're on Spyro, they really don't want you, like, drinking a lot, which is fine, because, like, I was never a heavy drinker. And, like, I'm drinking more now than I ever have before, and even then, I don't drink very often. You have to check your liver function on a lot of heavy medication. Okay, yeah. I haven't really been on meds before, so I don't know how this goes. But basically they have to, like, check in on your liver every few months just to make sure that, like, nothing's going wrong and you're, like, taking the dose okay. So, like, I don't have, like, any, like, serious health problems that they're monitoring. It's more just that they want to make sure that, I'm not inadvertently causing any problems with this regimen. I still need 2 more to finish this, and I think there are more things you can find here. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get Gravelers here. If I could get a Graveler and, like, a Marowak. Because I think you can run into both of those on this floor. They're just a rarer encounter. So yeah, I know that, like, like, trans girls are always talking about how shitty Spyro is. Because I think the way it works is that in America, they prescribe everyone Spyro, but in, like, other parts of the world, there's, like, a different medication that does something similar that I don't remember the name of, unfortunately. I trapped myself down here like a dingus. Thankfully, I can just use one of the however many escape ropes I have saved up, so it's no big. I already have a Machop. So, like... But I don't know, it hasn't caused me any problems yet. I don't know if it will. We'll have to find out. Hopefully not. What are we trying to fill out the decks for? So basically, this FireRed and Leaf Green added a bunch of post-game content that isn't in the original. In the original Red and Blue version, after you beat the Elite Four, the only thing that opens up... okay. After you beat the Elite Four, the only thing that opens up is, Cerulean Cave, formerly known as the Unknown Dungeon. Which is where you catch Mewtwo. In FireRed and Leaf Green, on the other hand, there is a whole post-game adventure that takes place on the Sevi Islands, which I've heard whisperings that the Sevi Islands were actually supposed to be part of, the original Red and Blue, but because they were so low on memory space, like, they physically couldn't fit more game into that game, because, like, honestly, the original, like, Pokemon Red and Blue are a, like, marvel of engineering. Or, like, software engineering, I mean. It's honestly insane. Like, when you think about the kind of games that were on the Game Boy, like, Tetris was, like, typical for Game Boy games. Like, that was, like, the most you could get for, in general. Like, obviously, like, later on, when you got to, like, the Game Boy Color, and, like, the Game Boy Advance, like, had more closer to, like, 16-bit capacity, but, like, the original Game Boy had, like, you had, like, less options than, like, the NES even, I would say. It was, like, it had very little in terms of, like, how much power it had, like, the screen was tiny, the cartridges could barely hold anything. Like, it is insane. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is insane that they managed to fit, a game of that size, on, like, a pretty fully fleshed out JRPG, all things considered, onto a console with such a limited capacity, basically. Like, there's like, if you think about it, if you think about, like, classic video games, right? You can think of, like, dozens of classic NES games, dozens of classic SNES games, you know, PlayStation, PS2, DS, even the GBA. How many classic Game Boy, like original Game Boy games can you think of other than the first two Pokemon games? Like, it's the first two Pokemon games and it's Tetris, and Tetris was multi-platform. I think a lot of people attribute it to the original Game Boy because that's, like, the platform where it got, like, massively popular. You know what? I don't... Link's Awakening? Super Mario Land. Actually, well, Super Mario Land is weird because I feel like Super Mario Land is remembered as, like, the game that introduced Daisy. I don't know. But, like, Super Mario Land isn't... Metroid 2... See, Metroid 2 is so janky, though. Like, I had Metroid 2 as a kid, and that game was rough, man. You don't understand. That's why I was so excited when, I looked it up. The entirety of Pokemon Red is 1,024 kilobytes. 1,024 kilobytes! Like... I don't think we can, like, overstate how ridiculously little room they had to work with there. Like, the fact that they fit a whole-ass JRPG into that small a package. But yeah, like, there are a bunch of franchises. I think everyone in the chat who said Link's Awakening, I'll give you that one. I think Link's Awakening is definitely... Because people still do talk fondly about Link's Awakening. And I think even the Oracle games, like Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of, whatever the hell the other one is, Ages? I think it's Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Yeah, like, Zelda had some good Game Boy games, but, like, there are so few classic Game Boy games, if you really think about it. You could count them all on one hand, probably. Kirby's Dream Land originated on the Game Boy, too. God damn it. Okay, I feel like I just played myself, because I'm like, there really aren't that many classic Game Boy games, and then everyone is naming all the classic Game Boy games. Oh, I don't have an Arbok. That's one. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Pokemon is like... It's... My point is there aren't like a ton of classic games. No, you're right, though. The top 10 are like over half Pokemon games, though, lol. Yeah, like, I honestly think, like, the early Game Boy, like, they had some good games, but I feel like a lot of them are, like, they're, like, installments in well-established franchises that are, like, kind of on the lower end of the games in that franchise, with the exception of the Zelda games, I think. I don't know. Maybe this point was stupid, but, what I'm trying to say is that, like, you could make an argument that, like, original Pokemon was, like, the best game on the Game Boy. I think you could absolutely make that argument. And I don't even simp that hard for Kanto. Like, I like FireRed and Leaf Green, but, like, the setting is not, you know... I'm not super attached to it. Game Boy Color had more to work with, if not, than squeezing Kanto. Yeah, I think... Ash and Dragon, I think you're right. I think the Game Boy Color had more memory space to work with. Well, it had to, because, like... Where would they put the colors if they didn't have more space? Like, that's like more data you'd have to work with, right? Sorry, guys, I don't know shit about programming. There's the escape rope. It was right there. But yeah, I don't know. I think the original Game Boy, like, it had some good games, but I don't think it had a ton of, like 10 out of 10 classics. That's the point I'm trying to make here. I'm not doing a great job of it, unfortunately. This is why I don't make fucking video essays, because I'll come up with points like this and then realize I'm wrong, like, immediately. I don't have the, My opinions are not consistently good enough for that. I mean, then again, like, a lot of video essayists don't have good opinions. Not naming any names. Let's see. Actually, wait a minute. Do I have... I don't think I have any Evolutionary Stones, like, handy. I have a Water Stone, but that is not what I need. Oh! Oh, I have, excellent. No, I have all of them except the one that I actually need right now, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, I have to buy a Leaf Stone. Alright, this is the TM counter. Actually, I think the Evo Stones is on the next, 4th floor. I think so, yeah. Alright. But yeah, basically, the actual, like, good point, as opposed to the shitty bad point that I was making before, is that, the Game Boy was a very limited console. You couldn't do a whole lot with it. There were a lot of problems it had, and so the fact that, like, Red and Blue came out as well as they did, even with all the glitches, is incredibly impressive. They are a marvel of software engineering. What do you think of the new Pokemon games? You know what's funny? I played the new Pokemon games for the Let's Play, because I was like, I wanted to, like, go in blind and do first impressions, like, on camera. But, like, I think that kind of, like, colored my, like, thoughts on them a lot, because, like, it's a very different experience playing something on camera versus playing something for yourself. And so I feel like in order to get, like, a really good opinion on Sword and Shield, I'd have to, like, start the game over and just, like, do it on my own all the way through. Granted, I did enjoy... Oh, damn it. I should have pulled Gloom out when I had the chance. I did enjoy what I played of it. Like, I had a good time. I actually didn't have that many complaints, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, let's put you here, and let's pull out... Why did I think that would work? Let's pull out Gloom. Okay. No. Okay. Cool. So... I don't even remember what I was saying there. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember. So yeah, basically, I feel like, my opinion on Sword and Shield was, like, generally positive. I'd place them, like, somewhere in the middle. I place them somewhere in the middle in terms of, like, my overall ranking of Pokemon games. Like, not the worst, but, not the best. I did like a lot of things about Sword and Shield, though. And I'm one of the people who did not care that much about Dexit. So I didn't have any, like, I wasn't, like, morally opposed to Sword and Shield, you know? Alright, we're gonna shift this. Put Vileplume back in the box. I love Vileplume. It's one of those Pokemon that's, like, not super good, but I just love the vibe it has. I love the aesthetics of it. And then I think... yes! Alright. Calculated that right. We are up to 60. So let's go back to Pallet Town. What's the worst Pokemon game? Well, I don't know if it's the worst, but it's my least favorite, which is Black and White. Ugh, man, okay. Alright. Let's go collect the national decks. Let's go! God, I don't know if all of you are, like, as deep into the world of shitposting as I am, but I've become, like, tragically obsessed with, DaBaby memes because they're, like, just stupid enough to make me laugh. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't bother looking it up. It's not worth your time. Alright. Oh, hey, Gary. Heard that. Gramp, what's, with favoring Minnie over me all the time? Want to collect more Pokemon? Should've just let me handle everything. I know. Need your help, too. Need to see both your dexes. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I fully acknowledge that, everyone else likes Black and White, and I'm, like, the only person who doesn't like it. Like, I know, like, okay, how do I put this? There are some things in life that you just have to have a wrong opinion on. Like, there are going to be things, and this is just the nature of the shit, you know? N is absolutely a Tumblr sexy man. Canary Guild, you're absolutely right. Ugh. Yeah, N is the one slur. Like, sometimes you just have to have a wrong opinion on something, right? There has to be something that everyone agrees is great that you can't get into, and sometimes there has to be something that everyone thinks is trash that you love, right? I think everyone has one or two of these things. For me, my wrong opinions are that I don't like Pokemon Black and White, and I don't like Undertale. Those are the two things where I acknowledge, like, look, I am wrong about this. It is the correct opinion to like both of those video games. However, I can't change how I feel about this. Like, you can't make me like these things. I have just accepted that I am wrong, and I am okay with that. Okay. Everyone agrees it's great. Me remembers the people who hated Gen 5 when it came out. Yeah, I think, 5th-gen Pokemon designs feel like it could have been done by a machine learning Pokemon generator. Oh, you're so right. Oh. Not necessarily how I would describe it, but, like, that was pretty on point. Oh, man. I don't really have wrong opinions on, like, individual Pokemon, but... My Undertale-obsessed heart just died. Oh, if you're an Undertale fan, you do not want to watch my blind playthrough of that game, which is on this channel. It's from like a month or two ago. No, it was in February, I think. Or was it the end of... It was like the very end of January, I think. Everyone hated... Yeah, that's the weird thing. When Black and White first came out, a lot of people did not like it. A lot of people did not like Gen 5 when it first came out, and then retroactively everyone seems to love it. But I was the only one who kept disliking it. It was just me. I did like the Undertale soundtrack. So don't worry. Don't worry. This isn't real Patricia Taxon hours. No, the stuff in Black and White that I didn't like is, oh god. What were my issues with Black and White? So, my issues with Black and White were that, like, okay. So, I am of the opinion that, okay, how do I put this? Black and White was the first Pokemon games that came out on a console that, like, already had a generation of Pokemon games on it. It was the first time we had two generations per console, right? And, like, my issue with, and when, okay, that was the first time that had happened, and when I learned that that's what they were doing, I was kind of hesitant, because I'm like, okay, the whole point of, like, having the generations divided like this is that every time we do, like, a new round of Pokemon games, like, it's not just that you're adding new Pokemon, which is, like, cool and all. You're also, doing, like, you're also adding, like, a whole bunch of new mechanics, and you're dramatically increasing, like, the production values of the game, you know? Like, up to that point, like, every step up with every Pokemon gen, every new Pokemon gen, like, visually is a big step up from the last gen, you know? But Black and White, and so I was like, okay, if they're gonna do two games on the same console, that means they're not gonna be able to, like, upgrade everything as much, right? There is a limit to how much better they can make everything look. And so, like, if they're gonna do this, it better be, like, really fucking good, you know? They better be innovating on, like, a lot of other fronts to justify them putting two generations of games on the same console. And I didn't think that they did that. I didn't feel like they really made... It did not feel to me like those games needed to exist. Like, it felt like a cash grab to me, you know? Like, we already had a DS Pokemon game. Do we really need another one, right? Like, it's not that much, like... Because I loved Sinnoh. Platinum is still my favorite Pokemon game. So, like, playing another game on the DS and then having it be, in my opinion, worse than the one I had just played, I was like, well, what's the point, you know? So my issues with Black and White, in terms of, like, the actual gameplay, though, it's like, problem number one, their whole conceit with that one was like, oh, we're gonna introduce 150 new Pokemon. So, like, start from the very beginning, right? There's gonna be none of the old Pokemon, and we're gonna start with, like, 150 new ones. I was like, okay, well, that's a cool concept, right? Emphasis on cool concept, right? First of all, a lot of the old Pokemon are good. Like, that's why people play these games, because they get attached to, like, they like the Pokemon, and, like, you want your favorites to come back. Like, it's always kind of disappointing when, like, your favorite Pokemon from an older generation either gets left out of the new games, or, like, it's only available in the post-game, you know. You want your fave to keep showing up. And I liked a lot of the older Pokemon, and I wanted to keep using them. Which, by the way, I do think Black 2 and White 2 are a little better than Black and White. I'm not as harsh on those games, but, like, I did not like Black and White, and so I had very little, incentive. I didn't feel particularly compelled to play Black and White 2. But, like, it's like, okay, you're gonna start from scratch and do 150 brand new Pokemon. Here's the problem. So many of the 150 new Pokemon they introduce just feel like knockoff versions of Kanto Pokemon. And I'm like, if you're gonna introduce 150 new Pokemon, introduce 150 new Pokemon. Like, if the whole point is that you're trying to, like, break from tradition and do something new and interesting, then, like, actually do that. Don't, like, act like that's what you're doing and then just give us, you know, like, Kanto but a little to the left. And a lot of those the designs for a lot of those Pokemon just, like, don't look as good. Like, for example, like, Sawk and Throw are just worse Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. That one evolutionary line that I always forget the name of, the Conkeldurr line, is just a worse Machamp line. Like, so many of the Pokemon just feel like there was no point to this. You could have just put in the Kanto Pokemon that you were obviously thinking of when you designed this. And then some of them were just, like, okay, I never had an issue with the Garbodor. But I did also hate the ice cream cone. I can't fucking stand Vanillish. It sucks. It sucks so much. Yeah, I don't, like, Ferdy, aka Hannah, I'm not sure why there needs to be, like, a million new Pokemon each generation if they aren't that good. I 100% agree. I would much rather them, this is gonna sound stupid, I would rather them stop introducing new Pokemon and change up the gameplay from installment to installment, like, really play around with the format, than keep introducing new Pokemon. I think once we hit, like, let's say 1,000 Pokemon, I think they shouldn't be allowed to introduce any more. I think 1,000 should be the limit. And after that, they have to find new ways to make the games interesting. All right, got the ruby. Isn't that what we're getting with Legends Arceus? Yes. Legends Arceus is, I think, pretty early in development right now, so I don't want to, like, get too hyped for it. Because I feel like that's one of those things where it's, like, it's so far off in the future that, like, I don't really have any expectations for it right now. But, I do think that, like, that kind of thing is something I'd be looking for. Like, stretching out, like, the, what's the word I'm looking for? Just, like, expanding the concept of, like, what a mainline Pokemon game can be. Pokemon fans would riot if they stopped introducing Pokemon. I don't think they would. Like, a key part of, like, Pokemon is, like, once you're at 1,000, right? I feel like once you're at 1,000 Pokemon, there's gonna be one for everyone, right? Like, you're gonna have, like, enough that people can just pick their favorites and be happy with that. I don't think you need any more than that. And in fact, you probably only need, like, 500. Because, again, so many Pokemon just feel like off-brand versions of existing ones. That's actually one thing I liked about X and Y, is that X and Y introduced very few new Pokemon. Leaveney line, Scolipede line, Crocodile line, and Ranunculus line hit, though. That's the thing. X and Y did have a couple of really good designs. Or not X and Y, Black and White. Black and White had some really good designs in it. But it had so many misses. So many. And the fact that it introduced the number that it did made it feel like... It felt worse to me, you know? What's up, dude? While I was studying gemstones, I discovered something important. There's another gem that forms a pair. Somewhere I need to go find the other gem. Have your fairy pass and town map. Alright, got the tri-pass and the rainbow map. Or the upgraded town map and the rainbow pass. I'm tired, man. Okay, God, I have so many Discord messages that I don't feel like checking. Save. Yeah, and then... So my issues with Black and White is, like... Partly it was because I thought it was dumb to put 2 generations on the same console. Now, I will say, I did not feel that way about, Sun and Moon, because I felt like there were a lot of issues with X and Y that, were, like, really, really glaring. And Sun and Moon addressed a lot of those. And also did a lot to, like, change up the format. Like, it took a little bit of a different approach, and I really respect it for that. It's not my favorite game, but it's definitely, like, in, like, the top half for me, anyway. Oh, right, they have a daycare center here. Yeah, if you guys want to breed Pokemon in this game, this is where you can do it. You have to get to 4 Island first, so... Ugh. Gen 1 and Gen 2 were on the same console. No, because the Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy are significantly different from each other. I never knew what pronouns to use for you, Doublecast. Well, I'm she, her now. Oh yeah, this is where Lorelei lives. I appreciate that this game, out of all of, like, the minor characters from the first game, they gave Lorelei additional lore in this one. That appeals to my sensibilities specifically. If anyone has some really, really good Lorelei fan art, please join my Patreon for only $4.20 a month. And drop that in my Discord server. And I will greatly appreciate you. Nice, got a Stardust. By the way, I should have like an actual video coming out at some point soon. Don't tell anyone, but I was gonna put out a video this week, but I got an email about potentially getting sponsored, but that fell through. So I like put off the video and then ended up not having to, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? So should have that edited sometime in the next few days. And you'll get to see it first if you're subbed to me on Patreon. But yeah, and then my other issues were, I think part of my issues with Black and White were about like sort of the hype surrounding it. Like, I think one of the things that like people always told me about Black and White is like, oh, it's the best because like it has the best story, you know? But I didn't like the story in Black and White. I thought that it tried really hard to like seem like it was saying something interesting, but I really did not think it was. A lot of the story beats in Black and White rang very hollow to me, and like I'd rather play a game with a story that like isn't trying to be super deep and insightful and like knows that it's like very simple and straightforward and just accepts that, than, you know, a game where the story takes itself very seriously but doesn't really, like, hit. It doesn't really succeed in doing the things it's trying to do. If we're going for storytelling quality, Gen 7 was probably the most interesting. Oh man, I'm trying to think now. Which games do I think have the best story? That's a good question. I actually think 2 has really good storytelling. 2 has, like, the best rival. And, like, that's pretty significant, IMO. Oh, Lucamine was great. I agree. 7 did have that going for it, so you make some good points. Okay. I don't really want to catch any Johto Pokemon. Yeah, that's one of the things they add in to, one of the things they added in, FireRed and Leaf Green is that you can now... yeah, there we go. You can now catch, some Johto Pokemon here. Okay. So if you really care... Hey, HMO7 Waterfall. Let's see. Do I have room? Oh, yeah, I should be able to teach that to Lapras. Yes. Okay. The problem, IMO, is that, yeah, it takes its message too seriously, but it fails to say anything at all. Like, some people are bad and mean to their Pokemon, but not you, dear reader. Yeah, that's not exactly, like, my feelings on it, but, I feel like it's more that, like, it tries to, like, ask... The whole premise is, like, oh, well, the evil team this time is, like, actually trying to fight for Pokemon because they want Pokemon to be free from humans, but, like, you know going in, just based off, like, the premise of the game, LMAO Delibird, one of the worst Pokemon. You know what? This Pokemon is a meme. I'll catch it. Vital Spirit, god damn it. Double resists Razor Leaf. I wonder if I can get away with this. God does not want me catching a Delibird. They really don't want me to win today. Man, what was I saying? I was talking about fucking, Black and White. Yeah, it, like, sets up an interesting idea of, like, oh, well, what if training Pokemon is bad? But then, like, you know, just based on the premise of the games, that, like, the answer to that is, no, training Pokemon is good. Like, that's never an actual question. So yeah, it, like... I think it, like, gives off the illusion of having an interesting story without actually having an interesting story. In my opinion. And then my last issue with it is that I just think it looks bad. I just don't like the look of the game. I think the Gen 4 sprites look better than the Gen 5 sprites. Sorry. Keep your filthy hands off the Pokemon in this cave. Do as I say, or you'll have me to answer to. Shut it, lady. Don't let your glasses get all steamed up. What are you doing here? Catch up later. Need your help. Kick these poachers out before they do anything else. Yes, ma'am. I will do anything you ask of me. Alright, let's see what this guy's got. Leading off with a Zubat. Oh yeah, Gen 5 soundtrack is really good, though. Gen 5 soundtrack is really good. I thought you were going to say that the N-Simps scared you off Black and White. No, I didn't know about the N-Simps. Like, I didn't know about the N-Simps when I was first playing Black and White. I found out about them later. And, like, even then, like, Pokemon, I've always loved Pokemon games, but I've never been super engaged with it as, like, a fandom. I sort of go in and out, you know? There were periods of time where I was... Anytime I've been, like, really invested in Pokemon, it's been more for, like... being interested in competitive battling, you know? Like, getting really into, like, team building. Not as much for, like, the shipping. I know it was one of my earliest ship videos, but that's just because I know the characters well. Not because I actually looked that deep into, like, the actual fandom content. Primordial one slur, Jesus Christ. Smashing your ring once and for all. Oh yeah, we have to take down a poaching ring in the post-game. The post-game in Fire and Leaf Green is quite a wild ride. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we're done with 4 Island. Now shit starts to really open up. And this is where things get interesting. We have a lot of stuff we can do now. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Black and White. That is why they are my least favorite Pokemon games. I understand that my opinions are incorrect, but I can't help it. Art is subjective. Sometimes you're just not gonna like a good piece of media, and there's really not anything you can do about it. Yes, let's go to 5 Island. Let's go! Alright. Five Island, there is so much shit on Five Island. Like, so Five Island itself is not, like, is already one of the bigger islands, but then, like, beyond it, there's, like, a whole bunch of other areas you can go to. I'm not sure how much of these I want to do, but, and again, it's been a long time since I've played this, so I'm gonna have to do some meandering. Should have built a giant mansion built on it. It would be preferable to having those thugs run wild. Oh, yeah, I also do not like the Gen 5 starters. That's, like, a big thing, too, is it's, like, if you don't like any of the starters, it's, like, you're, like, starting the game on the wrong foot, you know? Alright. You don't have anything interesting to say. Alright. Save the game. Now, alright, I don't know how far I'm gonna get into the Sevi Islands, because there is a lot of shit to do here. Alright, Max Potion. Off to a good start. Oh, a Persian. You know what, this might actually be worth a decent amount of XP. Let me just break this. Chop him! Or her, I guess. Oh man, I gotta get my levels up. I'm not one-shotting anybody. That's terrible. It's terrible! I'm an embarrassment! Oh man, it's only set. It feels a lot later than it actually is. Oshawott gets worse as it evolves. I agree. I absolutely agree. Alright, let's break this. Beautiful. The third firefighting. Dude, you know what? I love it whenever Game Freak, I think Game Freak should just keep doing firefighting starters because people get so mad at it. Like, okay, the way I feel about firefighting starters is the same way that, like, Fire Emblem fans feel about Fire Emblem characters getting added to Smash Bros. Is just hose mad, hose mad, hose mad. Like, yes, cry harder. I am just going to keep using all of these firefighting types. Because you know what? It's a good combination, and you can't convince me otherwise. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to mention this, earlier. Okay. Forgot to mention this earlier because someone was asking what pronouns I use. I want to, like... I'm trying to get to a point where it's, like, more obvious that you're supposed to use she, her for me. My voice is very tired today because I've been on calls all day. Because honestly, I tried to do a little too much today. One of those days where I just had a loaded schedule. And so I do have, like, a feminine voice that I've been practicing. I've been doing, like, vocal training and all that, but I can't do it, like, 24/7 yet. I haven't quite trained myself there. So one of these days, I'll do a stream in girl voice. But sadly, we're not there yet. Looking forward to that day, though. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Incineroar is my second favorite despite being... Oh, I love Incineroar. I mean, I understand that Incineroar was so funny because I distinctly remember from a former choir kid, gotta take breaks. Exactly. Exactly. Because that's the thing, is that when you're doing voice training, you have to, like, slowly build up. Staying in head voice constantly is a lot of strain. Exactly. Thank you, Canary Guild. You understand. Because if you're used to speaking, like, down here, like what my, like, natural voice is, it's, like, a pretty big adjustment to go to speaking up here. Like, even, so, like, this is the voice I use when I'm, like, trying to sound, like, more like a girl, right? Which isn't even, like, super high-pitched. Like, I'm not going, like, way up here, right? I'm not trying to do, like, this. I'm just doing, like, this, right? And even this, after, like, a couple of hours, it's like, okay, this is a lot, you know? Gotta lay off for a little bit. So, since the streams are, like, multiple hours, I decided that, like, I'm not gonna try it this time. Because I tried it once and I really hurt my throat, so I'm not doing that again. But yeah, I distinctly remember when they were, like, building up to Sun and Moon, and they debuted, I think it was Litten? Yeah. I remember I saw someone... Okay, cool. So we've done everything we can here. I forget if you can go to the east. Yes, you can. Alright, cool. I remember when they debuted Litten, someone was like, I swear to God, if this thing when this thing evolves, it stands up and starts punching people, I'm going to have a conniption. And then it did! And I thought that was really funny. Hose mad, hose mad. Yes, for Pidgeotto, we are going to switch to... Let's give Tomoe some time in the sun. Get some use out of that Ice Beam. HRT does not help with your voice, believe it or not. Fun fact, testosterone makes your voice lower. Estrogen does not make it higher. So trans masks, they can lower their voice with hormones. Trans femmes cannot. Okay. Tips from Soprano: avoid dairy, spice, and alcohol on days you need to be doing a lot of high voice. Hot water with a drop. Interesting. Okay. I do consume a lot of dairy, so I might want to rethink that. Consume too much dairy for my own good. Alright, Ice Beam. Alright, let me guess, you're just gonna throw in a Spearow. Or Fearow. My ability to talk is slowly but surely escaping me. Lemon water, yeah. I drink a lot of tea, which helps. I'm a big tea drinker. I think I've said this before, but, like, I start every morning by, drinking a cup of coffee from a mug that says, "Don't talk to me until I've come in my wife." And I end every night by drinking a cup of tea from a mug that says, "Respect women juice." Alright. some more berries. Hey, a Hoppip. God, Hoppip is so bad. It's cute, but it's so bad. Like, I hate to be the tryhard. Actually, I don't hate being a tryhard. I love it. What's its name? Jumpluff is so profoundly useless. It's so sad. Alright. Gonna have a Knock Towel. Easy. Alright. Got another Ice Beam. Hoppip is the PS3 of Pokemon. It has no games. I mean moves. The PS3 ending its life the same way it started it, with no games. There we go. Easy enough. Alright, who do I want to put up? Well, I'll put Arisa out front just for the hell of it. Save the game, also just for the hell of it. Alright. Because I know there's some other thing. Oh, there it is, there it is. Yes. There he is. Hello, your Pokemon look healthy. This is where I buried my Onix. It was named Tectonix. Not a bad nickname, honestly. Aw. That's sad. Thankfully there's an item here. Get the Metal Coat. That can evolve an Onix if you have it holding the item when you trade it. Okay. Let me make sure there's not anything else to do around here. I don't think there is. I think I can just go back around to the entrance to Five Island and do the western half of this area, which is a lot more long and involved. Which should be fun. Okay. Oh yes, Scizor. Okay. Is it me? Is it me, or is, like, the normal sprite for Sentret in this game, like, weirdly colored? Like, this looks like a shiny, you know? But this is just the normal sprite. I always think that I'm finding, like, a shiny Sentret. But, like, no. No, this is, like, how Sentrets normally look in this game. It's so weird. They should be dark, like, their fur should be brown, not, like, golden. Always throws me off. It's always so, like, which... It's always, I find Pokemon with, like, extremely shitty shinies to be very funny. Like, you know the shinies, like Garchomp is a good example of this, where the shiny is a palette swap, and, like, the new color they chose is, like, barely any different from the old color. It's like, imagine going through all the effort to get a shiny of, like, your favorite Pokemon, and then it looks almost completely indistinguishable. Like, I'd be pissed. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I'm also just not, like, the kind of person who does shiny hunting. I do not have the patience for it at all. That happened to Gliscor in one of the Gen 4 games. God. Oh yeah, I remember there was, like, Glysaur sprite that looked really weird. Alright. Hopefully you are not fast. Oh, it's only level 35. That's nothing. That is nothing. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What can I get? Alright, fair warning, everyone. This may be a shorter stream. Because I'm tired in terms of both being physically tired and also my voice is tired. God damn it. Should have put Flareon in front. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get through at least 1 or 2 more islands before I call it a night. Okay, we're going to hop over to Tai for this. Perfect. That is exactly what I want to see. Hit him with the Quake. Meryl. Let's go over. Now we can use Orisa. God. Still have no idea how natures work. Natures, it's like, if I recall correctly, depending on what nature you get, like, some natures don't do anything, but with most natures, they raise one of your stats and lower another one. So if you're looking to, like, optimize your stats for a given Pokemon, you want them to have a nature that, boosts a stat you're actually going to be using and then reduces a stat that you're not going to be using. So, for example, if you're training up a physical attacker, the ideal nature for that would be one that raises attack and lowers special attack. And vice versa if you want a special attacker. This guy, I believe, gives you an egg that hatches into a Togepi. But I don't have room in my party, so I'll come back for that another time. Calm is neutral. There are a few natures that are neutral. I forget which ones are the neutral natures, though. I think, like, Quirky is neutral as well. Alright. Resort Gorgeous. Are you just a trainer? Yes. Okay. Painters. I forgot there are painters here. And they have Smeargles. Smeargle is a ridiculous Pokemon. Okay. Hardy, Quirky, Docile, and a couple others, yeah. Smeargle is a ridiculous Pokemon. Particularly when I was... Okay, so when I used to, like, look into competitive battling, I was always fascinated by Smeargle. Because Smeargle... No, I kind of love Smeargle, because here's the thing. I'm the kind of gamer who loves, stupid gimmick strategies, you know? I live for, like, dumb bullshit that only works, like, 1 in 5 times, but is, like, really funny when it does. So I love Smeargle, because in, like, competitive environments, Smeargle is hilarious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the conceit of Smeargle is that, it only learns one move, which is Sketch. And what Sketch does is it teaches Smeargle the last move that your opponent used in battle, and that will take the place of Sketch. So it, like, learns a new copy of Sketch every few levels. And so basically, Smeargle can use literally any attack in the game, so long as you're able to essentially manufacture a situation in which it can in which it can see the move that it needs to learn, which if you're doing, like, competitive battling and you're just, like, hacking everything anyway, or using, like, Pokemon Showdown, I think is what the program is called. I want to say it used to be called something else, but I don't remember. Does anyone remember what Pokemon Showdown was called before it was called Pokemon Showdown? I swear to God it used to be called something else. But basically, because Smeargle can learn literally any moveset, you can do some stupid fucking things with Smeargle. You can do some absolutely nonsensical things with Smeargle. Why did I think she would have grass types? Whatever. And I love that. I love being able to construct, like, absurd gimmick movesets. Now, of course, the downside of this is that, yes, Smeargle can learn literally any move, but, its stats aren't very good. So, if it's going to be useful, it has to be useful in a very kind of gimmicky, unreliable capacity that depends on your opponent not knowing what you're doing. And as soon as the cheese has been revealed, it is no longer useful. Yeah, Smeargle with Dark Void. Shit like that. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Dark Void Smeargle in double battles. Alright. Excellent, excellent. Alright, I actually have to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna mute myself and be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. All right. I don't want to do. I have to get all of the other... I'm gonna just take out all the other painters while I'm here, because I know exactly what they're gonna have. Smeargle with Judgment, so you know this thing met God and survived. Yeah, I love shit like that. It's great. It's awesome. Alright, let's... Is that Endure, or... Oh, it's Focus Punch. Yeah, like, okay, like, Smeargle with a Focus Punch moveset. Like, that's hilarious. Will it work? Probably not, but it's funny. Okay. The shame of this, red-faced. Oh, the shame of it all. I feel like there was a trainer up here. I have no idea what you're gonna have. Yukina hasn't gotten any use in a while. Let's lead with her. Hit me. Hit me. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Oh, man. Yeah, like, substitute Focus Punch. That is exactly the kind of dumb bullshit I live for. It's so unreliable and stupid. And whenever you hit with it, you feel really, really good about yourself. Alright. Pidgeotto. Yeah, let's head over to Tomoe for that. Least favorite gimmick... One of my least favorite gimmick Pokemon is Wobbuffet. How can you just one-shot any Pokemon if you're not... That's true. I always forget about Wobbuffet. But yeah, if you fuck up against a Wobbuffet, it will absolutely destroy you. Though, I don't know. It's pretty hard to get someone to fuck up against a Wobbuffet, in my opinion. Okay, what do we want to do? Okay, I have to go... Fuck, where's the next area? Is it... East? I think it might be east. I have to go into that fucking cave, don't I? There's a cave I'm kind of dreading. Because I remember, like... I vaguely remember Five Island. I think the, Okay. So if I recall correctly, there's like a meadow at some point where you can get like a Heracross. And I think that area is on 6 Island. And this one, I think, caps out at this cave. But I don't know that. I'm not sure if that's for sure. Whatever. I forget exactly where everything is in the Sevi Islands. But I know roughly where I'm supposed to be going. I believe in order to get... Because what we're looking for right now is the second password to the Rocket Warehouse. And that is located somewhere on 6 Island. 7 Island is entirely optional. But it does have some cool stuff on it. 7 Island has some of the highest level trainers in the game. And so, if you have the Versus Seeker, which I think I got off screen because I missed it the first time through like a dumbass. If you have a Versus Seeker and you need to grind for levels, that's like the best place to do it. Okay, so this is the end of everything we can do on 5 Island. Cool. Yeah, everything else we need to do that's like plot relevant is on 6. Alright, let's go. Lost Cave. This is the one. Alright. This is about to get tiring. Oh. I forgot that there are trainers in here, but whatever. For some reason, I thought that was just like a dude you could talk to. Yeah, alright. No skin off my nose. Let's go Graveler. Cool. God, I was thinking of earlier not to just go into, well, this is personal, but it's not like super personal. It's been like very weird, like getting an audience and then coming out as trans. I'm only thinking about this because like I still get notes on Tumblr on like my ship videos because of the way that Tumblr works, where posts just sort of circulate forever. Okay, so the only way to get through this area is to take notes. So I'm gonna open up a notepad document. All right. And then, oh. Okay, lax incense. That's something. So we need to go here. And then up, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 rocks is the next. So, like, I didn't count those, but I'm going to call that hella rocks is up. Which means this one is either down or right. Okay, so it was probably, so 6 rocks is probably down. Okay, that makes this easier. Okay. But, what the hell was I saying? Yeah, it's been weird, like, getting an audience and then transitioning, because on the one hand, like, I have, like, all these fans who, like, a lot of them are trans themselves. A lot of people who are, like, very, like, trans positive and are, like, good allies and are really supportive. And, like, that's awesome, because that's something that, like, you know, 99% of trans people do not have. Like, just having this huge community of people who are, like, really supportive and want to, like, help out and, like, support me any way they can and, like, you know, give me a bunch of positive reinforcement. Like, that's a really, really nice thing to have, and it makes, like, it does make my life a little easier, you know? But then the flip side of that is that, like, everyone kind of gets to see every step of the process, and there's something kind of inherently very vulnerable about doing that. Because it's like, that's like the nature of transition, right? Is that, like, you know, I mean, you're never gonna look like exactly the way you want to, but when you're, like, just starting is when you're, like, the most cognizant of, like, what you want and the furthest away from it, if that makes sense. So to even, like, be in public and just have people seeing you, just, like, out and about on the streets, is, like, kind of uncomfortable in and of itself, because you have to, like, it's, you can either, like, dress as your assigned gender and feel like, you know, you're not trying hard enough. Or you can dress as, like, the gender you actually are. Okay, so 6 is down. 3 is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 would have to be left. Okay, in case everyone... Just so everyone knows what I'm doing here, the way this cave works is that you have 4 options every time you go through it. All of these chambers have 4 doors. One of them leads to the next chamber. The other 3, well, some of them have items in them. Most of them don't. All the others just bounce you back to the very beginning. And the way to tell which direction you're supposed to go is the number of rocks in the chamber. So if there's 3 rocks, you go right. If there's 6 rocks, you go down. If there's 9 rocks, you go left. And I think the last one is actually 12 rocks. You go up. So this is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is down. This is 1, 2, 3, which is right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12 is up. There we go. I never knew there was a trick to this. I just brute forced it. Yeah, as a kid... I think as a kid, I, like, spent a long time trying to brute force my way through it, and I kept failing. And it took me, like, a very long time, but I eventually put the pieces together and figured out that it's the number of rocks, because that's the only thing that changes. That's the only thing that changes from chamber to chamber is the number of rocks. So eventually I was like, wait a minute, like, what if that's the clue? What if that's the key? Alright, Persian. So yeah, I didn't really have much of a point there. I think it's just, like, interesting that, like, I don't know, putting yourself online in, like, the awkward early transition stage where, like, it really is like you're going through puberty again. It's like I'm not the kind of person who normally likes to, you know, broadcast my whole life online, and yet, for whatever reason, transition has brought that out of me. Don't know what that says about me. Not sure I want to know. Oh! Okay, she will ask for a different Pokemon, I think randomly, and she just so happens to be asking for a Pokemon that I actually have, which is funny. Okay. So, conveniently, because I actually forget what she gives you, so we're gonna find out. Wondering if streaming has been good for your vocal training. It sounds like yours is changing. I want some of that myself. I mean, what's good for vocal training is just, like, doing the voice a lot and just getting more comfortable with it. That's really all there is. And, like, I mean, it's like, streaming is, like, can be a good or a bad thing because, like, again, the problem is that if you're, like, doing... I think if I was, like, a little further along, it would be good practice, but because I'm not quite at the point where I can comfortably do it for, like, hours on end, if I did girl voice the whole time, I would just, like, damage my throat, and that's not what I want. That's not good, you know? I'm gonna store Nidoking so I can get that egg. Yeah, vocal warm-ups help. I actually had someone... Hold on. Dark Ray essay. Trans girl's been thinking about investing in HRT. What are some tips or advice you have when pursuing it? What are my tips? Well, obviously a lot depends on, like, what your, like, financial and or healthcare situation is, because depending on... So in America, it'll depend on, like what kind of health insurance you have. But if you can find an informed consent clinic, then you shouldn't have to worry too much about insurance. If you do have insurance, then it gets, like, slightly more complicated. But the benefits of doing it through insurance are that a lot of stuff that you would have to pay for yourself if you were just doing, like, informed consent with no insurance. If you have insurance, they will... I think it varies from state to state, but they might pay for it. So, for example, and this is just something you'd have to do research for. Like, I have Kaiser Permanente in California. And KP in California, if you're trans, so long as you can get a psychiatrist referral, you can get your insurance to pay for tracheal shave, electrolysis, breast augmentation, facial feminization, and bottom surgery. So the whole shebang you can get covered under insurance. But that's going to depend a lot on, like, what your carrier is and, like, what the rules are in the state. Okay. I'll forgive you this time, but please don't fail me next time. I wish to see a Pokemon, a darling. What? Alright, this is not worth it. Didn't even know transitioning involved vocal training. Okay. Understands hormones. Looking at your blood work to check how technically HRT is not a controlled substance. That is very true. Okay, I have to go back to 5 Islands. Now, I should probably point out, I have, like, a really good health plan because I work a like, office job that has a really good health plan as part of its benefits. So if you're not, like, an office drone, you'd probably have to pay a good amount out of pocket for healthcare. Though, interestingly, as much as some people are going to hate me for this, we can actually thank Joe Biden for including a provision in the COVID relief bill that makes it so that your healthcare premium, your insurance premiums have to be below a certain percentage of your income. So insurance plans should be getting a lot cheaper in the near future. Which is good, because good plans are pretty expensive right now. Okay. Is everyone already at full? Yeah. Okay. Let's go over to, 6 Island and do the next part of the post-game. So yeah, a lot of it, in terms of pursuing it, a lot depends on your insurance. I think if you have health insurance, I would recommend going to a psychiatrist first, because, again, if you have health insurance and you can get a psychiatrist to refer you for gender-affirming care, you can get it way cheaper. Way cheaper. And that would also include, like, procedures for, like, trans mask people as well. So, like, top surgery and... I'm trying to think what else. I'm not as familiar with, like, trans mask stuff, unfortunately. Let's get some full restores. I have hella money. 90,000. Get, like, 20 should be more than enough. Okay. But yeah. So, if you can, hysterectomies. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That would make sense. Not like you're gonna be using them. Alright. Got a lot of trainers to go through. But yeah. So it depends a lot on, like, where you live, what your situation is. But, I think the main thing is just, like, HRT takes a long time to kick in, and, like, for, like, all the effects to sort of come in, and it's, like, gonna be different for everyone, so, like, I don't know, just don't come in with, like, expecting everything to be, like, totally different right away. Like, my joke is always that it's called a transition, not a transformation, because that shit takes time. So, patience is critical to a good transition. Alright. Is gonna make this take time, isn't it? Okay. Well, thankfully, that was the only move I wanted to use. Oh, yes, thank you, Canary Guild. That's also important. Yeah, if you're gonna go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist for any trans-related issues, make sure you're getting one who actually specializes in those issues. And you can't, like, most psychiatry and, like, psychologist office, like, if you go to, like, a big one, like, I go, like, a big medical center, and so they have, like, a dude who specializes in LGBT patients, and so he handled all my psychiatry stuff when I was just getting started. And I had a therapist who was in, like, the same situation. Though I stopped seeing my therapist after a while because he told me I was, like, pretty well adjusted, and I was like, all right, that's all I need to hear. Okay, let me heal up, get rid of the paralysis, because I don't feel like using an item for it. What the hell? Gary! How's your Pokédex filling up? Looks like it's impossible to get all the Pokemon by hanging around just these parts. Maybe there are Pokemon we don't know about somewhere far away. Yeah, this is a hint that the Gen 3 Pokédex was, like, comically hard to complete. Like, people shit on Sword and Shield for taking away the ability to fully complete the national dex. But, in, like, in 3rd gen, you had to trade between so many games to complete the dex. It was ridiculous. You had to have, like, Ruby, Sapphire, I think... Did you need Emerald as well? Was there something you could get in Emerald that you couldn't get in the other games? But you needed both FireRed and Leaf Green. You needed Coliseum. You needed XD. Like, it was so much. Like, 3rd gen had, like, a ton of games, which is really awesome. And, like, the, oh, God. Like, the GameCube games were cool. But, man, they made it a pain in the ass to fill your Pokedex. Good lord. You are almost certainly going to have rock types. Oh. Let's put Tomoe out front. Yes, okay. Okay, cool. Emerald had Johto Pokemon, that's what it was. Yeah, you needed Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, FireRed, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, FireRed, Leaf Green, Coliseum, and XD. So you needed 7 games in total, which is absurd. I forgot that Emerald added a bunch of Johto Pokemon. Pokemon box for the GameCube, yes. That was... Well, Pokemon box was necessary because otherwise, like, it'd be like a pain in the ass to have to, like, set up the link cables between the GBA and the GameCube every time. So the whole point of Pokemon box was that, like, you could, like, store everything in, like, one central location so it was, like, easier to keep track of. or 6 friends who played Pokemon, which is arguably even harder. Well, it wouldn't be like 6 friends. It would probably be like 2 or 3 maybe, because like if you own Ruby, Emerald, and Leaf Green, like it wouldn't be that hard to find someone who owned Sapphire and FireRed, and then like if one of you owns XD and one of you owns Coliseum, then like that's all you'd need. But that's still like a lot to ask. I never even bothered trying to complete the Pokédex in 3rd gen because it was such a nightmare. Alright, I knew you were going to be faster than me, which is why I didn't even bother running. Critical! Shouldn't be surprised. It's a Fearow. It's a Fearow. What did I expect? At least I got the one shot. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is gonna sound like kind of a shitty thing to say, but I always feel kind of weird giving like transition advice because like I've had like very good luck so far. Like I haven't run into like a whole bunch of issues, knock on wood, and I'm eternally fortunate for that, but I also don't feel like the best person to give advice for that reason. It's like when you ask, like, your rich friend for advice with money, like, anything they say is going to be coming from a very different perspective than you that may not be helpful. Alright, let's see what you got. This area is a little mazy. What do you have? Oh, Pseudo-Woodo. Perfect. I like Pseudo-Woodo. They don't use it enough. I think there should be more instances in Pokemon games where you get blocked by a Pseudo-Woodo. Actually, Pseudo-Woodo only becomes funnier like the newer the generation gets because, like, if they have to represent Pseudo-Woodo accurately, it becomes like more and more obvious that it doesn't look like a tree whatsoever. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see where else we can go. Oh, God. Speak of the devil. There's Wobbuffet. Oh, it doesn't have... Oh, it has Shadow Tag. Okay. I wonder if I can just, like, catch it. What's this thing's catch rate like? Probably not low enough. I mean, it's not very high level. I can probably just hit it with a Surf. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that thing is very low level. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go. Pseudo-Woodo doesn't look like a tree, neither do any of the trees in Sword and Shield. Got him! I switch away from Tomoe and then immediately get hit with a Pokemon. Whatever. Was this the gen before the lipstick? Yeah, I think the lipstick shows up in a later game. I forget if they even have... I don't even think they had gender differences in Gen 3. I think that was a Gen 4 thing. But yes, I think Wobbuffet is like the one Pokemon that has like a stereotypical girly thing for its gender variant, and it's that it has lipstick, which is really funny. I don't know. I think Sword and Shield look pretty good. Like, I feel like the graphical standards that we hold games to should be different depending on both, like, the type of game we're dealing with and the franchise. Because, like, people always talk about how, like, Fire Emblem Three Houses has so many, like, shitty-looking textures in it, but, like, no one complains about the graphics in that game. So, like, I don't think it matters, really. I don't think it matters. Alright, got another level for Tae. My guess is I'm going to have to do... So, one of the things they added to the post-game is that you can now fight rematches with the Elite Four, which is pretty cool. But I think they're like pretty high level. I think you have to be in the 60s in order to like really take them on effectively. So I would probably have to do a bunch of grinding before taking them on. So, okay. You are almost certainly going to be good for Tomoe. Gonna need to heal up first. No. Should get a hyper potion on you. My last hyper potion. Okay, cool. Pokemon is not the series you look to for realistic graphics. Exactly! Pokemon has always been, like, behind the curve on graphics. Like, Pokemon was still entirely sprite-based on the DS. And, like, the DS had lots of games with 3D models. Like, the Final Fantasy games on the DS, which I thought were really good, by the way. I love the 3 and 4 remakes. Those all had 3D models. So it's not like you couldn't do an RPG of that size like that. So yeah, like... Also, like, Pokemon has such, like, a cartoony art style that you wouldn't want the graphics to be, like, super high-res. Because then the Pokemon would either have to look weird, or they would have to look weird when compared to the backdrops. You know? I think if, like... I think in terms of, like, graphical quality, like the best... I think the ideal situation for Pokemon would be something like... what's a good example? Like... I think maybe, like, Xenoblade Chronicles, because Xenoblade Chronicles has, like, a very, like, anime art style to it, but it also has, like, some really, really beautiful environments. Or, like, actually, like, maybe Genshin Impact is a better example, because Genshin Impact is more, like, aggressively anime. I should play... I'm trying to figure out, like, if I... Maybe I should do a Genshin Impact stream. This is the thing, I'm never sure, like, which games, like, people are gonna tune in for. The answer is probably, whatever game is, like, new and trendy. I don't know, people still seem pretty hot on Genshin, honestly. That game's been out for a while, but the fandom is going strong. I'll stay in for another Machoke. The thing with Genshin Impact is that, like, okay, you all probably know that, Ruby is, like, my main fandom, but especially, like, prior to, like, before I got, like, super into Ruby, I was also really, really into Love Live. That was, like, my other big thing. Several... Oh, I remember this. I think you have to go... Arisa, cut... That took me so long to figure out as a kid. The dotted hole. Sounds dirty. Yeah, anyway, I used to be really, really into Love Live. And, like, a lot of the Love Live fandom seems to have migrated to Genshin Impact for some reason. Oh, we're doing this again. Okay. This is up. Okay, this is the dumbest conceit of, the 3rd generation games was visual braille. Because it's like, the whole point of braille is that it's for people who are blind. So, visual braille defeats the point of both the visual and the braille. But let me just pull up the Braille alphabet so I don't have to do any guesswork. Alright, so that first character is an L, which means this is left. This is the exact same gimmick as the Lost Cave, but more annoying. Alright. This is going to be R-I-G-H. This is right. This is... that's probably down. There we go! Got the sapphire. Oh, never mind. Sell it to Team Rocket for serious money. Don't glare at me like that. If you want it back, why don't you go get it after I sell it? I'll even tell you one of the passwords to Team Rocket's warehouse. The warehouse password I know is yes, nah, chancy. Oh yeah, the gimmick of the passwords is that they're palindromes. They're spelled the same forwards and backwards. Okay, cool. Have you ever felt kind of called out by ContraPoint's thing about trans being weebs? You know, yes and no, because, like, I have absolutely encountered people who, like, 100% fit what ContraPoints is talking about when she talked about, like, the trans being weebs. I fit part of that, but also, like, I don't know, you guys have seen how I dress. I don't lean particularly hard into that whole, like, cutesy cat girl aesthetic. That's an aesthetic that I like on, like, other people, but not me. Like, I wouldn't want to dress like that, but I do think it's cute. Okay. Yeah, let's put a Risa out front. But yeah, alright. So that's like the plot important parts of Six Island. The next part of Six Island is optional. You aren't a programmer, so stripy knee socks are not your business casual. Exactly! I don't program, so, I have no reason to wear the cat ears and the stripy socks. I did buy the spinny skirt, though. I still prefer pencil skirts to spinny skirts, but spinny skirts are fun. Lol, you're still using water gun. At level 49, have some self-respect. Alright, cool. Skater skirts are a right, not a privilege. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have like a couple tops that go well with skater skirts. My thing is that, like, the tops I like tend to go better with pencil skirts. because I like things that are, like, a little blousier, and since they look more formal... fuck. I'm not prepared for this. Since they look more formal, they go better with, pencil skirts. What I really need to do is buy some women's pants. Because all the pants I have that fit me, like, even when I wear them with, like, blouses and shit, or, like, more feminine tops, they still look like men's pants. And I don't have, like, the hips to make them look like anything else. I think I was looking at the Levi's website, and Levi's makes, women's pants in a large range of sizes, and they actually, like... I think they actually, like, size them logically, too. Synthesis... No. Prepare for shallow, unusable pockets. You know what? I've already gotten used to, like, carrying around a purse wherever I go, so... that is the least of my problems. Let's see here. Who do I want out front? Let's put Yukina out front, just for the hell of it. Have any skirt recommendations? I'm thinking about getting some for the summer. I'm not really fashionable. I'm never sure how to give people fashion advice. Because the thing with fashion advice is it's like... how do I put this? Okay, I need to go to someone else. I'll go to Ty. Because the nature of fashion is that, like, everyone has very different tastes, right? So, like, there's a lot of shit that, like, I think looks good that you probably wouldn't like on yourself. And vice versa. Like, I have a friend who is like, ha, get wrecked. I have a friend who really loves, like, flowy, kind of frilly things, and, like, has more of, like, a cuter style. And, like, all her stuff looks really nice. Like, she looks great, and I like it. I'd never wear any of it, because it's just not my, not to my taste. So a lot of fashion is just, like, looking at, like, other people's outfits. Okay. And finding stuff you like, and then searching around, like, various websites for, like, stuff that's similar. What is your deal? Heracross, big and shiny. It's the bug boss. Love it, need it. Heracross. Alright, you like Heracross. Good to know. I also like Heracross. Heracross is actually, I think my favorite Johto Pokemon. I know that's a very, like, basic bitch answer for Johto favorite, but, what can I say? I'm kind of a basic bitch. Oh god, R.I.P. Polyvore. I loved Polyvore back in the day. But yeah, if you're, like, looking for places to shop, I usually go to... The best places I've found are... ASOS is really good. H&M is really good. Amazon... Well, Amazon is hit or miss, obviously, but they have, like, such a huge variety of shit that, like, you're guaranteed, like, if you look hard enough, you'll find something good, but it can take a while. For my girl boss shit, like, the really, like, the outfits I have that make me look like a 47-year-old, real estate agent, that stuff I get from Macy's and White House Black Market, which are a little pricier, but if you're looking for, like, shit to wear to the office, they have some really nice stuff. I feel like there's one other website that I go to occasionally, but those are the main ones. I haven't actually been on, like, a big shopping spree in a while. Because I've honestly been running out of closet space. My apartment does not have a lot of it, and having 2 wardrobes at once consumes that very quickly. Alright. Pattern bush. That's what it's called, pattern bush. I kept trying to think of what this area was called, and I could not remember it for the life of me, but it's pattern bush. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I got nothing at the moment. Oh well. But yeah, all of the, like, honestly, depending on your style, like, if you're just fine with wearing, like, basics, you know? Like, if you're, like, more of, like... If you're mostly just gonna be wearing, like, jeans and t-shirts and, like, pretty, like, standard stuff like that, like, you can get your clothes at, like, Target. Target has really good basics, honestly. If you're not trying to, like... if you're not trying to be as aesthetic as I am, or... if you're not going for, like, a distinct look, then, like, yeah, just save some money and go to Target. Oh, Nordstrom Rack is really good. Thank you, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Juhea. Hope I got that right. But yeah, a lot of fashion is honestly just trial and error. It's like trying on different stuff and, like, figuring out what does and does not work for you. Like, I mean, I post a lot of outfits, but you guys gotta understand, y'all are only seeing the hits. There are a lot of misses in there as well that you guys are not privy to. I have bought many a skirt that I did not like the fit on. Garrett, I respect your taste in Pokémon. Sadly, I had the counter. Oh, are you? Oh, you are not. Am I the only girl like that? I'm sure there are a few other, lasses out there who enjoy bug Pokemon. And yet you don't even have one! Weak shit. Lol, excellent. Off topic from fashion, what's your thoughts on Bandori song A to Z? I haven't actually heard that one. I have not, like, thoroughly explored the Bandori music. I've listened to, like, a good amount of it, but not, like, there's still, oh, okay. There's still a lot of it I haven't even touched yet. I've liked a good amount of what I've heard thus far, though. Now I'm slowly expanding my Love Live playlist to be a Love Live and Bandori playlist. I have so many Love Live songs that I doubt it will ever, like, even out, but I can at least get a little more variety in there. Everyone in Multi-Lives keeps requesting A to Z because I think it's good for the meta. I pay no attention to the Bandori meta. The way I play Bandori is that I just, like, sometimes I try to do the event. A lot of times I'm just, like, playing the same song on free live over and over and over again, trying desperately to get a full combo. I have tried so many times to FC Don't Say Lazy, mainly because that song slaps fucking silly, and so it's one of the few that I don't mind having to listen to over and over and over again. But yeah, so I don't really, like, I pay no attention to the meta whatsoever. Hatsune Miku, what's your favorite Love Live song? Ooh, favorite Love Live song? I have a couple. Garasu no Hanazono, for obvious reasons. Soldier Game is really good. Soldier Game is probably the best one, if I'm being honest. I love Soldier Game. I have, like, a weird fixation with, New Romantic Sailors. That one is super good. Oh, God. I'm trying to think. I think there's one other that I'm forgetting right now that I also have, like, a strong fondness for. Yeah, those are probably... Oh, God. I'm forgetting what... It's like, really obvious, too. Oh, you know what my other favorite is? I think, like... Fuck. What's the last one? What's the last one? It's not Private Wars. Private Wars is really good. What's the one I'm thinking of? Self-Control. Yeah, so my top three, I can't pick, like, an absolute favorite. My top three are Garasu no Hanazono, Self-Control, and New Romantic Sailors. I feel pretty confident in those picks. Let's see. Should get Yukina in there. If you listen to VTuber music, I have intentionally avoided any knowledge of VTubers. I still know very little about them. Like, I know they exist. I know a couple of their names, but that's about it. Honestly, the extent of my knowledge about VTubers is, the fact that they, there has been some debate as to whether or not I should be allowed to do a VTuber ship video if I hold to my rule of no RPF ship videos. Because people are debating, like, is a VTuber a person or is it a character? Okay, let's put you back in front. I think as of right now, the answer I have to that is that VTubers... I put VTubers in the same category as pro wrestlers in that they are kind of a character and kind of a person, and they intentionally blur the line between the two, which means that they cannot qualify for a ship video because I do not allow... I've already stated I wouldn't do a pro wrestling ship video. I would also not want to do a pro wrestling ship video because that would require learning things about pro wrestling, which, like, respect to the people who like it, it's just a lot, you know? It's just a lot. Okay, good, good. See what else you have. One more Skip Loom. Okay. This area's been going pretty well. I'm actually running out of PP on Drill Peck because I've just been Drill Pecking everything. The Snape Wives count as self-insert RPF shippers? That's a good question. Fucking Snape Wives. Someone, I forget if anyone's made, like, a good video on the Snape Wives. Dream ship video, well. You know what's funny? I was planning on doing an April Fool's joke for Dream SMP. I was going to do an April Fool's joke where I posted what looked like a Dream SMP ship video. But then when you opened it, instead of doing jokes for each ship, I was just reading out the lyrics to Chug Jug with you. That was going to be the plan. It was going to be very similar to the BTS one, except with Chug Jug with you instead of Burger King foot lettuce. That was the plan, and then I went to write... But the thing is, I still need, like, the ships on screen to, like, create the illusion that I'm, like, actually doing the video if you, like, hover over it. Because you know how YouTube, like, plays you a little bit of the video when you, like, hover over it, right? I need it to look like a real video. And it turns out, despite a bunch of people telling me to do Dream SMP shipping, at least if we're going by AO3 numbers, there's really only one ship in that fandom, as weird as that sounds. Like, I understand that there's a ton of people, and there's, like, they all have, like, characters and shit, but from what I could find, like, fanfiction-wise, there's a lot of genfic where, like, no one is being shipped, and, like, almost, like, a lot of, there's a lot of non-romantic pairings. A lot of non-romantic pairings. And then the only, like, there's only one actual ship, basically, that people write fanfic for. So it wouldn't even work as a ship video if I was doing it seriously, basically. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Okay. Let's just... You know what? I'll just try to power through this, see if I get lucky. No such luck. Ooh, maybe I can poison her. No. You know what? If she's gonna keep double slapping me, I might be able to win that way. Or this. Okay. Good. Alright, let's see. Okay, there are a few more people I need to fight here. God. Alright, I think I'm gonna clear out 6 Island and then call it a day. I think that's what I want to do. Feel that young people aren't shipping as much. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Because, like, from what I've read, like, this is the crazy thing, right? When I was in high school, if you were into fanfic, there was no way you were telling anyone about that unless you had, like, a close friend who you were, like, absolutely 100% confident was also into it. Like, apparently it's just, like, socially acceptable in high school now to talk about fanfiction. Like, that's insane to me that we've reached that point. And, like, most fanfiction is still shipping related. So, I don't know. I doubt that the youths are not as interested in shipping anymore. Okay, let's see. Alright, I think I've cleared out all the trainers. Yeah, because you don't want to fight me. Wait, did I already... Oh, okay, I have one more. Cool. Alright. Yanma. This should be pretty easy. All right, you can up to 55. Shipping isn't as sexual nowadays. Interesting. I mean, I feel like I'd have to... That would require some real research. Someone would have to crunch some serious numbers for that. Like, if there... Like, are there fewer explicit fics now than there used to be? That's an interesting question, honestly. Because I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Because, like, I don't know. I don't want to tell on myself too hard. I run in circles where it's still very much sexual. Like, not exclusively, but, like, that is a key part of it, you know? For some ships more than others. But, you know, I think it honestly, a lot of it varies from ship to ship and from fandom to fandom. Like, talking to my friend, like, Amelia, who I mentioned before, who's, like, really deep into Bandori, like, she was telling me, like, yeah, the shipping in Bandori, like, there's a ton of shipping, but there isn't, like, a lot in the way of porn, be it, like, fanfic or art. Whereas other franchises have just, like, insane amounts of porn. So it really just depends on, like, what you're into, or, like, what franchises you're into. Alright, let's see what you guys... Are you a psychic? Excellent. Oh, this works perfectly because I put Hagumi out front, so I can just Shadow Ball this girl. That's what we like to see. Slowbro. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna take a risk and stay in against the Slowbro. Okay. Thankfully, this is a physical attack, so that's fine. Okay. That's good. The whole anti and pro shipper thing, people can get canceled for doing certain ships. I mean, honestly, that's just like an expanded version of shit that's always existed in fandom. Like, you guys have seen the goddamn Miscribe video. People have been starting shit over this for as long as fandom and shipping has existed. The only difference now is that people, like, turn it into, like, more of a moralistic thing. But, like, people have been getting mad about ships ever since there were ships to get mad about. Outcast Island. Oh, wait. You are going to have water types, probably. What do you have? Some Meryl. Yeah, let's get Razor Leaf on here. Oh, Miscribe. That's... I feel so bad, because, like... not to toot my own horn, but, like, the Miscribe video is very good. Like, I was kind of, like... I wasn't sure how it would turn out when I was making it, but, like, it's like, everyone's favorite video from me. But, like, I just don't like making videos in that format. And so it's like, I have all these subs who just want more when posting goes wrong, and I can't give it to them. It's tragic. Alright, can you... Alright, let's see if I get lucky with Orisa. This could end badly. Okay. Oh, come on. Full 5 hits? I don't know, man. Just don't feel like dealing with Starmie anymore. Okay, so far so good. Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe one day, maybe, big maybe, I might do another when posting goes wrong. Or like some other kind of long-form content. Because I think people just like listening to me for long periods of time, just like telling stories, even if it's not necessarily about posting going wrong. Ugh, excuse me. So, it depends on how I'm feeling. I kind of like doing, like, the idea of doing streams as my long-form content, because it's gotten me back into video games, which I used to be, like, super into and then kind of dropped off of in the last couple of years. And then, like, shorter, like, more shitposty content, because that's sort of, like, the stuff that's the most fun for me to make, basically. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting to do some other kind of long-form storytelling. I just have to figure out what I would want to talk about. Alright. Good shit, good shit. Swimmer Mimo. I'm sure Mimo is like a common name in some kind of language. I just don't know which one, unfortunately. Not that worldly. Got PP up. Insert boner joke here. Can you use the fanfic AS? Oh no. Fanfic ASMR. Christ. I'd have to find if I ever... Okay, fanfic ASMR is only funny if, the fic is, like, really ridiculous, you know? If you have a fic that's, like, just absurd bullshit, then it's funny. If you're just reading, like, normal fanfic, it's, like, just kind of uncomfortable, you know? Like, I get that there are people who like podfic, but, like, it's not entertaining to me, and therefore I don't want to make it. I'm only gonna make videos if, like, I would watch them, basically. Okay. Do segments of stream highlights. Yeah, I should, like... If I ever, like, have a story on stream that, like, works well for a highlight, I'll be sure to clip it, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't had one of those since, I explained the, what's his name? The Wonder Bread dude. I should, like, prepare a story for every stream, so I, like, have a segment, like, ready, so I'm guaranteed to have, like, at least one every time. I think that's, that could be doable. I just have to, like, put a little more effort into these. Oh, wait. Did I buy... Why do I have 20... Did I buy full restores instead of max potions? I'm an idiot. Also, I'm sorry for reminding everyone about the Wonder Bread guy. I don't like knowing about him either. Alright, what's your deal? Alright, I think I am just about done for the day, because I think I remember what this cave is. Alright, we got a muck. So for that, we want to go to Tae. that the defense up move? Yeah. Alright, hopefully I can get some good hits in on him regardless. Okay, that's fine. So long as he doesn't use Minimize, I'm okay. Gotten very lucky with Minimize in this game thus far. Golbats. Yeah, let's go Tomoe. Oh god, I really have to pee. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, doesn't look like I missed too much in the chat, thankfully. Never sure what will happen when I get up for a minute or two. Downside of staying hydrated whilst being on 200 mg Spyro. You have to pee all the time. Okay, cool. Altering Cave. Okay. Yes, I remember. Okay. This cave doesn't have anything in it. This was the cave where, they wanted to make it so that you can catch different Pokemon in this cave, based on, mystery gift items. Like, you were supposed to be able to go to events and get different Pokemon in your Altering Cave, depending on which event you went to. But they never implemented it. It just never happened. So yeah, this cave only has Zubats in it, tragically. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Alright, so what I am going to do is we're going to fly back to 6 Islands. Okay, so now all that's left to do in the Sevi Islands is go to the Rocket Warehouse in 5 and do everything on 7. Everything on 7 is totally optional, but it is good for leveling up. So I think now is a decent time to leave off. And then I may do some grinding off stream. I don't know, because I think 5 streams should be enough to finish everything, because in the 5th stream, I could do 7 Island, Rocket Warehouse, Elite Four rematches, and Cerulean Cave. And after you beat Cerulean Cave, that's everything. That's the whole game. And then I can get back to playing more Fallout New Vegas and or other games that people actually want me to play. So I think, but I need to be able to beat the Elite Four second round in order to do that, and I don't think I can do that at level 55. I think that's a little low. So I may do some grinding. I may fight some trainers on 7 Island off stream. Hopefully not too many, but I'm tired. I have made a good amount of progress today. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Had a very successful run against the Elite Four. Got through most of the Sevi Islands. Where's my face cam button? Yeah, I think that was a good stream. I think we're good for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I always appreciate you all tuning in. This is like one of my favorite games, so I love that people are willing to watch me play it, even if it's only, you know, a handful. You know, it really means a lot to me, and I like hanging out with you guys and talking to chat. So anyway, thank you everyone. Remember to tune in every Saturdays. Normally I stream in the mornings at like 10:30 Pacific, sometimes in the evenings if I have something going on. You can check my Twitter for updates, and yeah, so keep an eye out for more streams every Saturday, and I will see you all later.